And so the T20 extravaganza has kicked off and Tata IPL 2023 has started with a bang. Hello everyone, welcome back once again to my YouTube channel. So the first match of the Tata IPL 2023 was played between the defending champions Gujarat Titans and Chennai Super Kings. So Hardik Pandya won the toss and he decided to have a bold first at the Narendra Modi Stadium. So Chennai Super Kings batting first, they started off quite well and raced off to 50 odd runs in the power play thanks to Ruturaj Gaikwad for some brilliant strokes during the power play. After that it was Moeen Ali who hit some wonderful shots all around the ground. Ruturaj Gaikwad, he continued from where he left off in the last season and he scored a majestic knock of 92 runs of just 50 deliveries, missing out on a ton by just 8 runs. And yes, CSK raced off to 178 runs for the loss of 7 wickets in their 20 overs. So chasing a total of 179 for victory, the Gujarat Titans started off with Riddhiman Saha and Shubman Gill. And Shubman Gill, he has been in terrific form for India in 2023 and yes, he continued from where he had left for the Indian team. Gill scored a blistering knock of 63 or just 36 balls, and then Sai Sudarshan, he also contributed well during the middle phase of the run chase, but then eventually it was Rahul Tewatia and Rashid Khan who helped Gujarat Titans cross over the finish line with 5 wickets in hand. And so the defending champions started off with a winning note by winning the first game of the season opener by 5 wickets. Let's take a look at the scorecard. So now coming to match number 2 between the Punjab Kings and the Kolkata Knight Riders. So KKR is without their regular skipper Shreyas Iyer, and so Nitish Rana has been appointed as the interim captain during Shreyas Iyer's absence. And so KKR had won the toss and they decided to have a chase at the Mohali Cricket Stadium. So Shikhar Dhawan, he led the opening for Punjab Kings along with Prabhsimran Singh, and these two started off really well. Singh went out after scoring a brilliant, majestic fiery knock of 12 ball 23, and after that it was Bhanuka Rajapaksa who joined hands with Shikhar Dhawan. These two tried to rebuild the Punjab Kings innings and they started steadying the ship for Punjab Kings. Rajapaksa went on and scored a brilliant half century before losing his wicket in the run-up play. Shikhar Dhawan also scored an important knock of 40 odd runs before Sam Curran hit some late flourishes, and that led Punjab Kings to a score of 191 runs for the loss of 5 wickets at the end of 20 overs. And so chasing a mammoth total of 192 runs for victory, KKR needed to get off to a good start. But then Arshdeep Singh and Nathan Ellis, these two pace bowlers, bowled really well up front, along with the most expensive buy of the IPL, Sam Curran. The fast bowlers really put pressure on the KKR batsmen as they started losing wickets in the run-off play. Nitish Rana, he tried to play some strokes and scored an important knock, but then eventually he also lost his wicket in the run-off play. Venkatesh Iyer and Andre Russell were the only lone hope for KKR, but then Russell also perished when he was trying to accelerate and get hold of the required run rate. And suddenly when KKR were 146 for 7 at the end of 16 overs, the rain gods opened up and then eventually no play was possible and Punjab Kings were declared as the winners as they won the second match by 7 runs via the Duckworth-Lewis method. Now match number 3 of the Tata IPL 2023 between the Lucknow Super Giants and the Delhi Capitals in Lucknow. So David Warner is the new captain for Delhi Capitals because of an unfortunate injury to Rishabh Pant. So Warner qualified at the toss and he decided to have a bowl first. So Lucknow Super Giants, they started with KL Rahul and Kyle Mayers. So Kyle Mayers was making his debut in IPL for LSG. KL Rahul once again struggled to score significantly and LSG could score only 30 runs in the first 6 overs. And after that, Kyle Mayers got a reprieve as Khalil Ahmed dropped a simple sitter, and after that Kyle Mayers, he made them repay as he blasted off 73 runs of just 38 deliveries. And after that, Nicholas Puran, he also scored a fabulous knock of 21 ball 36 before Ayush Badoni coming and finishing things off with a 7 ball 18 run knock that helped LSG score 193 runs for the loss of 6 wickets. So chasing a mammoth total of 194 runs for victory, the Delhi Capitals openers Prithvi Shaw and David Warner, they needed a flying start. But then Prithvi Shaw, he was removed early by Mark Wood, and Warner, he held one and out, but then Mark Wood was on fire. 4 overs, 14 runs and 5 wickets. That was some phenomenal and fiery pace bowling by Mark Wood that literally broke the backbone of the Delhi Capitals batting lineup. The only hope was David Warner. He scored a half century, but that was not enough as they had a mountain to chase, as Delhi Capitals could manage to score only 143 runs, handing Lucknow Super Giants a victory by 15 runs. Let's take a look at the match summary. And now coming to match number 4 between the Rajasthan Royals, the runners-up of IPL 2022, versus the Orange Army Sunrisers Hyderabad at the Rajiv Gandhi International Stadium in Hyderabad. So Aiden Markram, he's on national duty, so Bhuvneshwar Kumar was the captain for this game. And so Sunrisers won the toss and they decided to have a bowl first. So Rajasthan Royals started with their openers Yashasvi Jaiswal and Jos Buttler. And Buttler, he was on song from the first ball itself, and they scored 85 runs in the power play. That was some brutal hitting by Jos Buttler as he raced off to 54 in no time. And by the time Buttler went out, Rajasthan Royals already looked good to score in excess of 200. Then came the skipper Sanju Samson, and these two then started putting on a brilliant partnership for the second wicket. Jaiswal also scored 54 runs, whereas Sanju Samson also did not let the team down as he scored 55 runs, and eventually some late contributions also helped the cause for Rajasthan Royals. So at the end of 20 overs, the men in pink reached up to 203 runs for the loss of 5 wickets. So chasing a mammoth total of 204 runs for victory, the Sunrisers Hyderabad batsmen needed to get off to a good start, but then the Rajasthan bowlers, they bowled some really good line and lengths and never let the opposition get off the mark. The required run rate kept on climbing over after over as some of the batsmen from Sunrisers Hyderabad, Mayank Agarwal, Abdul Samad, they got stars, but that was not enough to chase a mountain of runs. Yuzvendra Chahal, he wreaked havoc as he picked up 4 wickets, and eventually Sunrisers Hyderabad could manage to score just 131 runs for the loss of 8 wickets, and that meant Rajasthan Royals started off their season on a winning note and by defeating Sunrisers Hyderabad by 72 runs. Let's take a look at the match summary. And now coming to match number 5, so that was the final game of this weekend and it was played at the Chinnaswamy Stadium in Bengaluru. So Faf du Plessis, he won the toss against his rival skipper Rohit Sharma, and he decided that he will chase it down at the Chinnaswamy Stadium. So Mumbai Indians, they started with Rohit Sharma and Ishan Kishan, and the RCB bowlers, the pacers, they bowled really well up front. Reece Topley, Mohammad Siraj, Akashdeep and Harshal Patel, they did not let Mumbai Indians get off to a flyer. So after the end of the power play, Mumbai could manage to score only 29 runs with the loss of 3 wickets. And so during the middle phase, the RCB bowlers started tightening up the screws and wickets kept on falling at regular intervals as Mumbai Indians were reduced to 123 for 7. It was then Tilak Verma, the star in the making from 2022 season. He started playing some brilliant shots all across the Chinnaswamy Stadium and he scored 84 runs, and that propelled Mumbai Indians to a respectable total of 171 runs for the loss of 7 wickets. So chasing 172 runs for victory, the RCB batsmen needed to get off to a good start. And yes, they started with the experienced duo of Faf du Plessis and Virat Kohli. And these two started playing really well and they collected 53 runs during the power play that really set a tone for the run chase. Faf du Plessis, he broke loose and started hitting sixes after sixes, and he did not care about any bowler who was bowling to him, be it Jofra Archer or be it Jason Behrendorff, the impact player for Mumbai Indians. These two openers, they put on 148 runs, and that almost sealed the game for Royal Challengers Bangalore before Faf lost his wicket, but he scored a fantastic knock of 73 runs. Kohli went on from where he left and he started also enjoying the moment at the Chinnaswamy Stadium. Dinesh Karthik could not contribute much as he went out without troubling scorers, and then came Glenn Maxwell, 3 balls, he thought no more time to waste, 2 sixes, and then Kohli finishing it off with a 6, and he scored 82 runs, and RCB got their first points in the season opener by defeating Mumbai Indians by 8 wickets and 22 balls to spare. Let's take a look at the scorecard. And so at the end of match number 5, so all the teams have completed their first game of this Tata IPL 2023, and so now we have Lucknow Super Giants, Gujarat Titans, Rajasthan Royals, Royal Challengers Bangalore, and then Punjab Kings, who have opened their account on the first game of the season. So now we are going to round number 2, that is the second matches for each of these 10 teams. So I'll bring all the updates and all the actions. Do not forget to subscribe to my channel, and let's see if the other teams which haven't yet opened their account, they get their first points in the game. So until then, stay tuned to my channel. That's it for now. Goodbye.